Hey, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be diving straight into it today because honestly, this is something that really irritates me, and it has since the very beginning, and it is the greediness of the overall validating community and the fact that they deem themselves worthy of more. They need more, they must get more, and whatever that takes, they are going to do it. And that's why you're seeing such a huge amount of support on this. It's not because the proposal's great, it's going to bring a lot of benefits for the blockchain. It's going to bring benefits for validators. It is going to increase their overall monthly paycheck, and it is going to essentially begin to replenish the Oracle rewards pool. And the only people that are depleting that pool are validators. If we were going to introduce some kind of reserve ceiling for the community pool and then begin to divert assets that are from the community pool into the Oracle rewards pool, well, then we need to go in and solve the centralization with voting power. We need to deal with Dutch LUNC. We need to deal with all nodes. We need a voting power cap because you are only going to be going in and replenishing the Oracle rewards pool for validators like that to continue doing what they've always done, which is rinsing the Oracle rewards pool and giving absolutely nothing in return. I think each and every one of you knows at this point that validators do not need any more than they are already getting. We have a system which is now gameable. You can do certain things to ensure that you're at the best part of your game, that you're getting the utmost from the system. And this is a cause and effect where we're unable to deal with the real issues that are hindering this blockchain, so to speak. And I honestly can't explain to you guys how much this irritates me seeing it. To most people, this is just a ceiling, a cap on the community pool. Would you yourself say to you and your family, okay, we've got enough life savings at $100,000. Let's now start, diverting anything past $100,000 into a pool that everybody can spend from. No, you continue to save your money because essentially you're trying to get a house or a mortgage or whatever. You're not simply going to say to yourself, well, I've got enough money now, I'm going to start diverting it somewhere else. No, you don't do that. That's the whole point in having savings. This is a blockchain that has no central point of control, which means it is heavily reliant on its community pool. Currently, if we flick over now to the community pool and just take a quick look on LUNC, it's not even like it's in a position where it's got a substantial amount of funding. Currently, the community pool is sitting just below 9 billion LUNC coins, which really isn't much with today's value, and the USTC is sitting around 62 million coins in total. Again, given today's value, it's really not much. And the cap that these guys are wanting to introduce are not far from where we're at currently. So assets that should be there for the blockchain to pay for anything that might pop up. And we simply do not know what's ahead. We don't know what's on the horizon. We don't know what could be coming and how much money we're going to need to pay out. So from my perspective, yes, it is a very moronic thing to do. It really is. Let's go in now. Let's look at this Commonwealth's discussion. And the only bit that concerns me, because this is an idiotic proposal, again, that's only getting support from validators because they know that they are going to be getting a pay rise over time. They're going to be getting more from this proposal. So what they're saying is they want a recommended ceiling of 7 billion LUNC coins. So as this proposal passes, assets would already begin diverting into the Oracle rewards pool, therefore replenishing the naughtiness and allowing it to continue. Essentially, we are approving that kind of behavior by introducing this ceiling for the community pool and diverting assets over to the Oracle rewards pool. So a 7 billion LUNC ceiling cap and a 60 million USTC cap. This is insane. But honestly, guys, this really doesn't surprise me because people like myself, people like Strafe, and a few others aren't as vocal as they used to be because we simply don't have the time. We've spent 4 years of our lives investing our all and everything. Strafe tallied out his last week. It come to something insane, over 100,000 euros. Mine is way above that. And, you know, we're not able to be here, so we're not able to keep these kind of things in check. And what scares me the most is things like this are essentially going to pass if people like myself do not come and speak up and show you guys that this is just an attempt for validators to fill their pockets even more than they're already getting. Do you think Dutch LUNC and Allnodes need any more than they're already getting? Absolutely not. We need to introduce some kind of voting power cap, period. We need to deal with the issues in hand before we start saying to ourselves, well, everybody deserves bonuses. The validators deserve assets from the community pool to come over to the Oracle pool just for them. Honestly, guys, this is insanely scary considering where we are price wise, considering where the market is at the moment, and the decision that's been made to increase taxes by 3x. And that really falls on projects that have built on chain already, that are already supporting the chain. We've already done this idiotic change, and now we're going to begin funneling assets from the community pool into the Oracle rewards pool for validators. And yes, some of that may trickle down into you guys getting a slightly little itty little bit more, but people like Allnodes and people like Dutch LUNC, they're going to benefit greatly from a change like this, from a proposal that's going to, like I'm saying, funnel funds from the community pool into the Oracle rewards pool. We are simply unable to determine what is on the horizon. We do not know what's coming next, and therefore we do not know how much the next upgrade is going to cost. We don't know if we're going to need some kind of licensing of some sort as regulations roll out in the United States and many other countries on a global scale begin to adopt similar laws, regulations. We need to begin to think into the future and then also understand that we're not in a position to be giving out bonuses. Honestly, it's like watching my local council do absolutely nothing for potholes. They don't collect trash. They don't do anything. And then at the end of the year, like, now we all deserve bonuses. And we're going to take those bonuses from funds that are supposed to go into fixing the potholes, into ensuring bins get collected, and all of these different things. Terra Luna Classic isn't even looking after its own right now, and the validating base itself isn't worried about projects leaving. They're not concerned about the guy next door shutting down because it all equates out to them getting more. Every single validator that drops out equals more for the other validators. Every project that drops out equals more for every other project. We need to understand that everybody is benefiting from somebody else losing in some kind of capacity. So again, I say to this community, do you really think that the validating set deserves more funds? Do they deserve a replenishment? Or do we really need to take the time to solve the issues in hand, correct the centralized voting power, equalize the playing field, make it fair for every validator, give everybody an equal shot? What I've begun to understand is the smaller validators do so much more than these bigger validators because those bigger validators are doing absolutely nothing. It grinds my gears to say the very least. If I had my camera on, you guys would see how irritated I am. You would see the looks in my face, the disgustment at this proposal. It is smothered in greediness. It is smothered in this odor of just validators doing what validators do best. Give me more. And that's all I care about. This chain is going in a very poor direction, and I am genuinely concerned. I really am. No one is able to address these issues. No one is able to come forward and say, he's got a point. Let me jump on that move. Let's all move towards the idea of, fixing the blockchain properly before we start to replenish the Oracle rewards pool, before we start to really reward validators. We need to see positive behavior. We need to see positive changes. We need to see actual things being actually done. And then maybe we'll think about taking some of the funds from the community pool to replenish the Oracle rewards pool. I see absolutely no benefit in a cap. No benefit whatsoever. Absolutely zero. More importantly, I see zero benefits in the size of the caps. All of this is just trying to, like I'm saying, take funds from the community and give them to the Oracle rewards pool. And again, you can have a lot of these validators jumping in and supporting it. But look at how much would be going, right, to the validators now. and how much wouldn't be going back to the community? Like I said, we do not look after our own. We've got all of these funds, right? But it's never ever come up that, oh, maybe we should actually pay for some marketing. Maybe we should pay for, I don't know, a collaboration with a CX or something. We're unable to do that because it doesn't benefit any one validator. No, it benefits someone who's not them. And because it's not them, they're not going to vote on it. Yet something like this is going to get tons of support. Well, from me, it's now going to be a no with a veto. Anytime I see something like this, which is shady, I'm not just going to be going no. No, I'm going to be going no with a veto because the 1.5% tax vote was done very sneakily. There was validators that voted no and then suddenly changed to yes. And there was messages that were sent out by people like Vegas, many other people that please don't vote no with a veto. We understand that you're not happy with it. We understand, but if you no with a veto, we will lose the money that we paid. And what did they do? They harnessed it, right? To ensure that the proposal would pass. So I'm not playing these silly games no more. I'm not going to be pushed around by all of these people who have become greedy. I'm not going to be doing it anymore. If you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, I'm going to be calling you out. And I'm going to be calling you out face to face. This chain needs a major reorganization. It needs its attitude readjusted. It needs to get the correct things in front of it. And we need to deal with the issues in hand. Centralized voting power, a voting power cap, and actually dealing with the issues that this chain has suffered from for the past 4 years. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're up to, what you're investing in. I'm telling you now, Pump.Fun is doing insanely good at the moment. It is the only asset that I'm holding at the moment that has provided me a double on my return. So what I've invested, I've already doubled it. I'm maintaining my position. I'm continuing to hold. And I do think this thing is going to be going on an absolutely monumental run. And I just think everybody's going to miss it. It's going to be a situation where people are essentially scared to dip a toe. And if you're scared to dip a toe, well, you're never going to become rich in crypto. It's that simple. But guys, stay safe, stay humble, expecting big things here, expecting at least a 5x on my investment, and I'll catch you in the next one.